Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, y'all. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. I'm your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. I am your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News, y'all. Come on in for a brief moment, man. Want to come in today. Man, first of all, I'd like to say I miss y'all so much, man. From the bottom of my heart, it's been a beautiful ride. I'm been trying to diligently trying to get back to you all so that continue sharing content and also grow together. You all has been the most important thing. Shout out to my bro Carl, man, who has been a inspiration and a friend in my life. You all, shout out to him in big regards, for keeping me on the path, for keeping me with good, positive thoughts and things of this nature, you all. So shout out to my bro Carl, you all. Anyway, man, going straight in, I want to come in and talk about Ja Morant today, you all. Ja Morant is an NBA All-Star who has taken the path of wanting to be a gangster, you all, wanting to be in pretty much in the limelight and things of this nature, and pretty much show that he's not just a basketball player, you all. This is some things that we must talk about as a people because, he has successfully made it into the NBA, which he has nothing more to prove, but besides perfecting his craft and trying to win an NBA championship, you all. But then in the midst of this, he happened to be playing Denver Nuggets, you all, in which the man put up 27 points, 27 points, I believe, 8 assists, or 8 or 10 assists, 8 rebounds, something of this nature, you all. So the young man is a brilliant and upcoming star. Now, after his defeat to Memphis, after his defeat to the Denver Nuggets, you all, he decided to go out and release some stress, and actually picked up a gun and took some kind of post on his Instagram in which he was suspended, you all. Now, initially, they had suspended the young man for 2 games, gave him a 2-game suspension, and now they have came back today and suspended him indefinitely. I said that they suspended the young man indefinitely for these type of actions, you all. Now, mind you, he was in this situation to where he felt like he wanted to go relieve some stress. Now, the way people relieve their stress is different from other people, you all. Now, mind you, he is a young man, you all, and these young guys, they happen to grow up pretty fast. They kind of miss out a lot on life and go from straight to boyhood to manhood. I said they go from boyhood to manhood practically overnight, you all. Now, with a big contract looming, the man has a $200 million contract at hand, at stake, which is supposed to start next year, you all. And like I said, this is something that he has to deal with and kind of pick and choose his friends a little differently, you all. Now, from the picture that was taken, he appeared to look like some kind of gangster rapper, and this is not what we expect from him as a fan or as black people, you all. Like I said, the young man is from South Carolina, from a small city, and, has putting himself in a position with the help of his family to be successful, to have a great long NBA career. Now, my concern was the Negro Basketball League. I said it, yep, the Negro Basketball League. They decided to suspend him indefinitely, you all, after the Memphis Grizzly had suspended him for 2 games, so forth and so on. Now, was this punishment pretty harsh? I think it was in a way, and I think it was pretty good in a way. But I definitely don't think they should suspended him for the rest of the year, for the entirety of the rest of the year, you all. Now, mind you, maybe a decade or so ago, Gilbert Arenas, he had came up with the same thing, man. They had him and maybe Ron Artest and a couple of other guys, but Gilbert Arenas, he had some kind of pistol uh, in which he had shown or brought to the NBA, to the stadium, to the practice facility, you all. So, I mean, this is one thing that we should never have basketball players doing, man, because nothing should be in your gym bag but some clean socks, possibly some underwear and a basketball. I said it, some clean socks and a basketball. But again, this man decided he was going to bring his pistol to the game, so forth and so on. Now, mind you, these basketball players do have their own security. They have people that should be there to actually mentor them, you all. I said that they should have people in place to actually be a coach or a big brother to them, you all. And this is one thing that I think that a lot of the retired NBA players should actually be taking on these type of responsibilities to mentor these young guys, because they are definitely making more money than the players in prior history. I see that they are making absolutely way more money than players did in prior history, you all. So this is one of the reasons why these older cats are so hard on these youngsters. I definitely think the suspension was very harsh. I'm pretty sure that he now knows that he made a terrible mistake, more so for the kids, you all, because there are a lot of young kids who actually follow the young man, and they are a lot of young kids that possibly had seen this illustration of him releasing his stress and frustration out in this particular strip club, you all. Like I said, there's so many other ways to handle stress and things of this nature, you all. Me on a personal level, this is something that I had been dealing with also myself, you all, because I want to say so many things, want to kind of express myself in ways that people can actually understand. And this has been a problem in my life. I have also made a lot of situations that can be possibly worked out worse by venting and releasing kind of my frustration and pain. Now, I'm not sure why he chose this particular strip club or made the decision that he made to actually do such a thing like this, you all, because once you are established in the NBA, then you should take on the different characteristics. We don't want our NBA players to be gangsters and thugs and things of this nature, because that's not what we pay them to actually do, you all. Like I said, I don't think that him being suspended indefinitely will even help him as a person, you all. But once these people get these big contracts, then they are entitled to actually do the things that the league and their particular team requires them to do. Most of these guys, they don't even own it themselves anymore. So this is something that they have to kind of really pay attention to, kind of really be on point. You want to be on your best behavior. You don't want to be out here acting like no thug, acting like, you came particularly from the streets, when your parents had, sheltered you and made sure that you was in the best position, like I said, to actually go to the next level, you all. So again, man, this is something that was a very bad decision on his behalf. And, prayerfully, he find the help that he actually needs to move forward, you all. Again, good afternoon, Jubin. Thanks for joining, bro. Really, yeah, he's still a young man. So he would definitely have time to turn things around. Now, Nike, they chose to stay on board with John Morant and things of this nature, you all. So they still believe in a young man. And I'm pretty sure that the NBA is applying pressure to these actual endorsements, you all, because like I said, these players actually make a lot of money. And he had just been picked up by Nike for his own shoe brand. And mind you, he is the 23rd player, the 23rd NBA player to actually have a contract with Nike, you all. So, and like I said, some of these endorsement contracts are as big as they actual contracts, you all. Like I said, it's a great honor and opportunity to have your own shoe brand, things of this nature, with a company as big as Nike to actually kind of push his brand, you all. So, like I said, he is a young man and he will have plenty of time to turn it around. But I'm going to read you all a short clip and here. And before I read this clip, copyright disclaimer under Title 17, USC Sections 107, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, education, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. It tips the balance in favor of fair use, you all. So again, if you are just joining us now, we are talking about Ja Morant, you all. He had lost a big game, and now the Denver Nuggets are actually a contender, you all. So this is one thing that I never understood, because me as a young man, I grew up an athlete, man, was always ready to hit the flow. But I was more of an emotional type of a young man myself, you know. This is one way that I would have had never chosen to kind of release my anger or frustration because I had lost the game, you all. But this is what he had chosen to do. And this was the decision that he had made. And he is standing on it, you all, because, you know, he came and apologized and, you know, was willing to accept the responsibilities of his actions, you all. So this was the great first step on his behalf. And like I said, man, I'm praying for the young man and hope that he actually turns things around. Sometimes these type of situations can kind of alter your game, especially when you have the momentum heading in your direction, especially when you balling out of control, you know. Like I said, after a loss, you know, maybe he should have went to the locker room and kind of watched some film on how he can actually, you know, formulate a game plan to actually beat Denver, you all, because like I said, man, these are two great basketball teams, and Memphis is going to struggle without him, you all. I said that they is going to struggle without him. He is the point guard, so he is actually the quarterback and the general on the floor. You know, he had the opportunity to shoot, or he can dish it off and pass it, so forth and so on, you all. But like I said, I didn't want to tear it too long, but I want to read the little article. It said, Nike responds to Ja Morant gun video after suspension, you all. It said, after a troubling video showed Ja Morant flashing a gun, Nike released a statement saying that they will support Morant despite of his hot water he finds himself in with the NBA. It said the 23-year-old Grizzly guard will miss 2 games after the Instagram video went viral of Morant at a unnamed strip club holding a handgun with his left hand. The teammates announced on Saturday, you all. So again, like I said, Memphis had already decided his punishment. They was going to give him a 2-game suspension. Now I did see Shannon Sharp and all them people kind of I want to say bashing the man, because, you know, they was pretty much pleased with the rest of him being suspended the rest of the year, you all. So, like I said, I don't think this is a good thing to actually suspend him for the rest of the entire season, because that gives him a lot of time to actually be involved with some of these other people that he don't have no business being involved with. It don't take that much counseling in the world to actually realize that you have made a mistake. Some people take longer than others, and like I said, we are in hope that he gets his act together pretty fast. It said we appreciate Jar's accountability that he has taken at the time to get help that he needs. We support the prioritization of his well-being, Nike said, per the athlete. It said the handgun incident comes on the heel of a lawsuit filed last week in which Morant is accused of hitting a teenager and flashing a gun last summer, you all. So he had a young man come over that was a high school kid that was actually a star, and they wanted to do a one-on-one pickup game, some kind of way. I guess somebody fouled somebody or things got a little rough out there, and Morant had decided he was going to actually pick up some of these kind of things, and one situation led to another and kind of put them in a worse situation, you all. It said following the announcement of the two-game ban, the two-time All-Star released a statement saying that he takes full responsibility for the actions last night. I'm sorry to my family, teammates, coaches, and fans, partner, and the city of Memphis and the entire organization for letting you down, you all. So again, his apology was definitely sincere, you all. And this is one thing that, like I said, as young people, young kids, young men, that they have to definitely make better decisions. He said, I'm going to take some time away to get the help and work on learning better methods of dealing with my stress and overall well-being. It said Morant has since deactivated his Instagram and Twitter accounts, you all. It said Nike signed Morant before he was selected by the Grizzlies of a number 2 overall pick in 2019. It said the draft out of the Murray State. In December, Morant became the 23rd player to have signed a shoe created by Nike on July 1st, which was released in February, you all. So his shoe was already released. And, if you can afford it, you all going out there and cop y'all some Morants, you all. Because like I said, this is a young man. I'm pretty sure that he is going to absolutely get it together. He have a lot of people, family members and teammates who are actually dependent on him, you all. And for me, as an NBA fan, I kind of want to see him on the floor cutting up with these youngsters myself, you all. It says in his final game before suspension on Friday against the Nuggets, Morant put up 27 points, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds in a 113-97 loss. He is averaging 27 points and 6 rebounds and 8 assists per game this season. Morant will miss the matchup against the Clippers and the Lakers and Tuesday suspended, you all, for his suspension. So again, that concludes this here story, you all. Like I said, I'm glad to be back. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Miss Janelle Bridges. Thank you for joining, you all again. I hope, prayerfully, I'm back, you all, to stay for a little while, and I will be bringing you all some more content here shortly. Go join Morant, Memphis Grizzly. Y'all gonna need some help, I hope y'all get y'all little season together as well. Wishing everybody a blessed and awesome day, and hope to see you again shortly. God first, Christ gang. Peace. Thank y'all. Later.